Hey, Watcher. Hey, Phil. Hey, y'all. Hey, you got it, chill. How y'all doing? So, um, I was listening to Dear Self last night, and let me find where to share the link to. Hopefully, she be up soon. If not, maybe I'll catch her later on. Copy. Hey, Jill. How you doing? Okay, I'll drop the link. So, I was watching Dear Self last night and she was discussing the situation with me and Reed. Um I was swinging at the air because something was really bothering me. She was saying that I was in VS chat. I was not in VS chat. I was emotional. I was talking to her, so I left out some details. So I'm gonna run it from the top. Hopefully Dear Self show up soon because Dear Self shoots really straight. I learned a lot recently watch her navigate some of the same situations with, people not liking other people and that spilling over into things and, just having to stand your ground sometimes. So I was in Jay Dunn's chat. I was actually in the clouds. VS was on the panel, W was on the panel. Jay Dunn had a lit live that day. I was in the clouds because she's been going at Reed lately. Because I've been dropping down at Jay Dunn since I've been back. Had been gone for 3 months, came back. I have been dropping down. I had just started going back to the clouds because she was going at Reed. So when she starts going at Reed, soon as she say and Reed, I leave. I don't like to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Hey Rhonda, welcome. I don't like to hear it. I don't want to hear it. That's the quickest way to piss me off or to get irritated hearing somebody talking crap about my friends. Why subject myself to that? Why put myself through that? If I like somebody, I don't want to hear anybody talking about them. That's just that on that. So I was in J Dunn Clouds and W was on the panel. VS was on the panel. Might have been other people on the panel, but W was saying something to the effect of, yeah, people always claim they in the clouds. If anybody know anything about me, I've dropped down on plenty of motherfuckers. As soon as they say my name, bloop, here I go. What's up? What you talking about? What we talk about? Oh yeah, that was funny. What did it? Hey, foot soldier, welcome. You got to tell. Would you tell them I drops down? I be in the clouds. I'm a cloud baby. Half of that is from the fact that a few people have got into it with her and did start going hard on her to the fact that I couldn't it was just the optics of it. She's got into it with Tracy. Didn't I ain't dropped down. I ain't been over at Tracy's in a minute, honestly. I ain't been over there in a minute. And before I left, I was in the clouds. I was resigned to the clouds. Now I met Tracy before Reed. Ask April. Like I was here. I was here when it was built up, period. So it there's quite a few people that I stopped going to because they were going so hard at her in the moment and I couldn't listen to it. And I'm not the type that like to stay in the clouds at certain places. If all my motherfuckers are in the chat, I want to drop the fuck down. This is a social media app. I am here to motherfucking socialize. What are you talking about? Now, if I'm working or if I'm doing my plants or something, that's something different. I can listen. I have no problem listening. That's why some spots I'm comfortable being in the clouds. But where my folk at, where my people at, where we be sitting up chopping it up and politicking, I like to drop down. A lot of people be like, ooh, who is Blaze? I am light skinned tears. I am no name gypsy. I am a weak ass content creator, stole my name. If you don't know me by Blaze, motherfucker, you know me by something. Don't play with it. All y'all motherfuckers talk about dog whistling now. Who had to come tell y'all what the fuck it was and what the fuck y'all be doing and break it down? Anyway, I'm getting off track. I'm going to start right here. I was in J Dunn Clouds. W said something about people always claiming they're in the clouds. They don't be in the clouds. So I dropped down like some of us are absolutely cloud babies. J Dunn said something. I'm glad to the effect you hear, Blaze. She said something. I forgot what she even said, but she was saying, I'm glad you here because some. And VS was like, Blaze, Blaze, that sound familiar. Who was she? And J Dunn said, she, she was real cool with Reed until they fell out. I'm thinking, what the hell? Because me and Reed never fell out. So I just put laughing emojis in the chat, bookmarking to ask her later why she thought that. I really want to know what made J Dunn think me and Reed had fell out. We had never fell out. Thank you. You got to chill. I'm gonna be calm. My emotions they be swinging. I'm gonna be calm. So I was wondering what made her think that we had fell out. Point blank, period. I was not about to type that in the chat because if anybody knows me, I type. I type a lot. Like I be typing long statements and stuff. I type the way I talk. I like to get my point out. I type a lot. I was not about to type that to J Dunn in the chat trying to get the understanding and the clarification of why the hell do you think me and Reed fell out. I would rather verbalize that to her. I would rather hit a link later and ask her. I was not going to hit the link at that moment. Right then, I was planting. I was taking my big old trays of plants and busting them down to the smaller cells for them to get bigger in. And I was not about to hit the link because VS was up there. VS has went into Reed's personal life. Right, right. As her mod, I shouldn't be there. I shouldn't be fucking with VS. Right, right. I had no problems with any of this. I had no problems with any of this. So she texts me not too long after that. Reed texts me, Blaze, why would you let J Dunn and VS say we not cool no more? I said, my bad, sis. I'm going live soon. I'm going to clear it up. It's too much to type. She says, it's cool. Don't worry about it. Don't do that. No, she said, it's cool. Please don't. Like, please don't go live. Because, usually when I try to help some shit, I end up making it worse, especially during the retrograde, which was my whole point. I had posted something about the retrograde on the wall about why people were fighting so much. Why, saying why it was so much going on. This particular Mercury retrograde is in Pisces. It's all about motherfuckers' feelings, unresolved feelings. It's going to be a lot of fights. I choose not to let there be any opportunity for error. I was not about to type to Jay Dunn to try to get an understanding when I'm sitting out here telling people time after time in chat after chat, you do not try to prove a point or drive a point home during Mercury retrograde. You will bust a blood vessel. So me knowing I'm not going to hit that link because VS is already up there. I'm not about to try to get an understanding from the chat. I'm not about to do that. I will catch Jay Dunn later and ask her why she thought me and Reed had fell out because me and Reed had never fell out. That's that on that. So next day, I think it's the next day. I'm catching up. Yeah, I think it's the next day. I'm catching her video because I woke up late. I'm catching her video on the replay and I'm listening to her. And you know what I'm saying? I can see where she going with it. I'm also looking at the comments in the retrograde post because I'm about to respond. So I'm listening to her video. I'm almost to the point of the clip I get sent. As I'm listening to her video, I notice I get a clip. I stop and I listen to the clip while I'm in the comments of my retrograde post. And it's the part of her video where she said, because I hadn't got to it yet, where I'm actually catching the replay. I just get a clip of somebody sending me the part where she's like, and Blaze, I'm mad as hell at you. My mod shouldn't be over with people who tried to touch my real life and da 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 da. I called her. She didn't answer the phone because I didn't hit the link. I thought I was doing the right thing. I didn't hit the link because VS was up there. Out of those two, VS touched her real life, right? I know you and Jay Dunn had got into it before, but I've never known Jay Dunn to touch your real life. I've never heard Jay Dunn say anything about touching your real life. I've heard snippets or pieces or people talking about y'all dragging each other, and I've seen the past things, of course. I've been here. I've never heard you say Jay Dunn touched your real life. So how am I supposed to know this? It's a small possibility it could have happened on one of my breaks. Right, right. But I'm thinking I would have heard something about it. I'm thinking one of your titles would have been, oh, cop calling ass bitch or whatever, whatever, whatever she did to touch your real life instead of all your relationships ending restraining orders. I'm thinking if she actually did something to touch her real life, it would supersede any shots you could take at her about what she did to anybody else. So I have zero information about anything Jay Dunn has done to touch your real life. So when you're talking about your mods politicking with bitches who touched your real life, I didn't go up there because VS was there. I have not known Jay Dunn to touch your real life. And I eyes tired, boss. Boss eyes tired. When I came back after those 3 months, I had made a decision that certain things didn't mean as much to me as others did. I have forgiven a lot of things that I have went through with people, but I was still holding on to things that you went through with people because of the optics. Me and Demetra had been forgiving each other, but I still, with the few times that she would come live and grace us with her presence, I didn't even feel comfortable going over there because she touched her real life because of the optics. But in real, like real time, my feelings, we had squashed that shit. I really liked that motherfucking woman as a person. But because of the optics, because I was holding you down, because I was your mod, you know what I'm saying? I didn't even drop down over there. I've taken hits. I've taken sacrifices. And I'm bringing up the point to say I was in the comments about to respond to North Coast's comment in my retrograde post when I listened to the clip and I got pissed because from my understanding, I have never set up in politics with a bitch who touched your real life. But me knowing the full scope, and I'm not even gonna bring it up, I'm not gonna say their motherfucking names, but me knowing the full scope of the last situation that happened and who still sit with who, why would you even test me like that? Why would you even put that out there like that? You saying, yo, mods, I'm the bitch who didn't. I'm the bitch who walked away. I'm the bitch who stopped fucking with somebody behind what the fuck they was doing to you. I'm the one who did. So I have to ask dear self because it's retrograde and I did not explain clearly when you kept saying, sis, you was wrong for sitting up for being in VS chat knowing she touched that girl's real life. Sis, I was not in VS fucking chat. I was in Jay Dunn's chat. From my understanding, Jay Dunn has never touched her real life. So I'm not supposed to be in anybody's chat that you're beefing with. I'm not supposed to be in anybody's chat that you're beefing with. Is that what you're telling me? Is that what we're doing now? Is it? I would like you to afford me the opportunity to know. Because ask anybody who was in the comments and you got to chill, you commented in there. I hope you seen this shit. I ain't talked to you about this at all. I was typing in there thinking I'm typing in her motherfucking video because before I got the clip, I was catching her motherfucking replay. I'm typing under my own fucking post, sis. I'm catching the replay now. I'm sorry, it's not that deep. You know me. You know what? You right. You know what? I'll fall back. It's the motherfucking optics. I was about to get this bitch her motherfucking way. I was about to fall back from dropping down in J Dunn chat and anybody motherfucking else who was going at her at the moment. Just because it is, bitch, it's YouTube. It's motherfucking YouTube. I don't gotta drop down. And if I'm that pressed, by now a bitch knows how to operate a motherfucking troll page. Capiche? Capiche? Back then I didn't, now I do. So it wasn't that deep for me. But the last thing from that you text me was it was cool. Sis, please don't. It's cool. Right, right. So I'm watching the replay and then I get that clip. So you know what that makes me think? That person who sent me that clip thinks the exact same thing that I thought. That damn Blaze, she trying to check you. Damn Blaze, like you know what I'm saying? Like it was crazy to me because I'm the bitch who always acquiesce, right? I'm the bitch who always acquiesce. It don't be a lot of places. I got into it with Ken for talking about your kids to the point where this motherfucker was screaming he was gonna dox me. Right, right. So I told him about them 3 6 foot tall something sons I got. Right, 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 right. So, like I said, I called. She didn't answer. I check. I'm unmodded, and I'm just like, I go back to her comments to see if she didn't respond to my comment. I don't see my comment. So I'm like, damn, she raised my comment. So I go back to my retrograde post to go ahead and respond to Norse, and I realize I done type my comments where I'm telling her, all right, you know what, you can have your way. I won't drop down, whatever, whatever. And I'm realizing I wrote this shit in my own motherfucking post under my own shit. I never wrote it in her shit. But that's what happens during retrograde. Especially to me, I'm a highly sensitive motherfucker. That's why I chose not to try to type it out in J Dunn's chat. That's why I chose to wait to verbalize the conversation. That's why I've said, oh shit, when I what did I text you the first day? Yeah, it was the second day that I saw your video because the first day I text you something like I was on my iPad or something. I would call you when I got to my phone, but you know, a lot of family, a lot of shit. I didn't end up calling you. So I end up calling you the next day and you didn't answer the phone. So you unmod me. You didn't know that I had already said fuck it, the bitch can have her motherfucking way. Fuck it. But you know what I'm saying? It was meant to happen. It was meant to happen that way. Because I'm not Reed's mod. I'm just Blaze Detroit. I have almost 900 videos on my wall. I should be able to politic the way that's best for me, right? I should be able to do what's best for me, right? And even in the last video I made where I was super emotional and her literally jumping off the porch, I said it would have took nothing more than the conversation for me to say, you're right. There are reasons and seasons. This is not the season for me to be your mod. I could have unsubscribed, took my own mod stick, or you could have told me you was gonna unmod me. But to get that clip where it seemed to me like I feel chastised, and clearly I feel like other people feel like you was trying to chastise me, and then unmod me without a conversation. You didn't text me. You didn't answer the phone. You didn't call me back. You know what I'm saying? I know people are busy. We have lives. But to take that action after all these years without talking to me, I just felt like it was some fuck shit. And I felt like I need to say it and I need to get it off my chest. Now, once again, dear self, I'm going to ask you with all the facts, do you think I was wrong? Because I was not in VS chat. I feel like I would have been wrong if I was politicking in VS chat, but I wasn't. I was in Jay Dunn's chat. I've never known Jay Dunn to touch her real life, and from my understanding, it's the bitches who touch your real life. Right, right. When motherfuckers was even talking too deep or talking too greasy, and I got wind of it, I stopped going places myself. Hence, Tracy. I speak to Tracy in every motherfucking chat. I love me some motherfucking Tracy, but I heard the things she was saying about Reed. I heard the things she was saying about Reed kids, and it made me feel a motherfucking way. I couldn't take that back. I couldn't take that emotion away. This is why in these days and times, I don't listen to a motherfucker talk about you. I exit left. I exit stage motherfucking left immediately. Do you understand me? So if a bitch did touch your real life, how am I going to know unless I hear about it in the streets or from you? Again, you never said Jay Dunn touched your real life, right? I have acquiesced in every other situation, no matter how I felt about the motherfucker, right? But then, like I said, it's retrograde, and it does lead you to politicking and bringing up old things. That, oh, who the fuck have you walked away from for me? Who the fuck have you went up about for me? It's not an even balance there. So, like I said again, reasons and seasons. We could have had the conversation that the seasons was over. I got almost 900 motherfucking videos on my wall. I'm not Reed's mod. My name is just Blaze motherfucking Detroit. Are we all clear? Do we all understand? I don't walk around this motherfucker as Reed's mod. We had a quid pro quo relationship as all y'all were privy to during the clickbait scandal when they had Reed's name in the title and Reed and VS was going about it, going at it and blah, 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 blah. Being a mod is a free job. I was very good at my job. I was the sniper. I took way less disrespect than her. You came in there talking greasy to her. I was murking y'all and made no motherfucking bones about it. You're not about to come in here and put your feet on her motherfucking couch. I held her the fuck down. I rolled for her as I should have. But at a certain point, our paths veered off. What was good for her wasn't good for me, but I still acquiesced to what was good for her. Do you know how much motherfucking shit Demetra taught me how to do on this bitch? So, like I said, it was time. But after all this time, I would have just much rather appreciated the conversation because you would have got the understanding from me that I can't hold these things any further. If I can forgive people for some of the things that they have said and done to me, how could I not forgive them for what they said and did to another bitch on motherfucking YouTube? I had on life vest for 3 motherfucking months. If it don't make me or break me, I don't give a fuck about it. That is undue and unnecessary motherfucking stress, especially for bitches who make up every motherfucking year. Do you understand me? I've seen the fall ins and fall outs. I've seen the commentary go the way that these bitches agree that they sharing each other motherfucking content and patting each other motherfuckers on the back too many motherfucking times. Don't motherfucking play with me. I was here when I saw Reed pop the fuck up. Don't motherfucking play with me. I am not Reed's mod. I am just Blaze motherfucking Detroit. It was time for growth. Growth can be uncomfortable. I guess that's what it took. I was in my feelings about it a little bit. The retrograde made some shit go a little haywire where it didn't have to go. I didn't want to talk about it during retrograde, end up doing it any motherfucking way because ain't no sense in letting no shit fester. I'm not about to have my motherfucking blood pressure up for anybody or any motherfucking thing. Hope it's understood. Probably didn't do it the right way because, again, it's retrograde and Friday motherfucking the 13th of that. But I was born on Friday the motherfucking the 13th, so fuck it. It is what it is. Oh, shit. I think someone is being. I ain't heard none, but I did hear what she said about you. That's why I asked you what Blaze got to do with this. The only thing I did, I was in J Dunn chat. And me and Jay Dunn have never fell out. I've always liked Jay Dunn. I've seen her and Jay Dunn fall in and out. The first time they fell out, I stopped dropping down in Jay Dunn's chat. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot. It's a lot that I do, but I never stopped liking that woman. So I felt fully comfortable when I came back, fresh off my 3 months gone, politicking with Jay Dunn. We was over on Charlie's kicking it a lot. She was interested enough at some point to figure out to ask what was going on with the stuff that was going on that you was never even bothered enough to you know what I'm saying? I politic with a lot of different people on a lot of different things. That whole other group of ladies, we had way more interest in common, but because they was going at you and I couldn't listen to that shit. You know what I mean? I stood 10 toes down. But this is the end, my friend. All right, my grandbaby in there. I'm about to go spend some time with my family. I'm getting more comfortable coming live. What's that? Word up, y'all. So, I gotta find something to talk about tomorrow. I love y'all. I'm little in my emotions because yeah, I did fuck with her. I'm just a little mad about that. I'm a, I love you too. Like I said, watching, I learned a lot watching you. I learned a lot because I've seen you navigate that shit with grace. I've seen people come at your neck. I've seen them come at your head because they were mad because of how they felt about the shit. But at the end of the day, what the fuck did I have to do with you? And I saw you stand 10 toes down and I was inspired. All right, y'all, bye.